Morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 2nd of chapter 7th from the book Exemplar. So we will discuss today short answer type questions. So question number 11th is that you have to form the numbers which are greater than 6000 and less than 7000, right? And which are divisible by 5 also when digits can't repeat. So if the number is greater than 6000 and it is less than 7000, so first of all we know the number will be a 4-digit number, right? Digits can't repeat. For the first place we have only option 6, so that the number is greater than 6000 and less than 7000. So one option. For the fourth place we have two options 0 and 5 because we want that the number is divisible by 5. So two options. Now two digits has been used, one at the first place and one at the fourth place. Because digits are not given to us, therefore we are considering all the digits from 0 to 9. That is, out of 10 options, 2 digits has been used. So for this place now I have 8 options, and then for the third place 7 options. So the number of ways will be 1 into 2 into 8 into 7, that is 112. Question number 12 is there are 10 persons named P1 to P10. Out of 10 persons, 5 persons are to be arranged in a line such that in each arrangement P1 must occur whereas P4, P5 do not occur. Out of 10, we have to arrange 5 persons and they have said that P1 must occur and P4 and P5 do not occur, right? So these are the 3 persons and rest are the 7 persons. We have to select P1 and P4 and P5 will not be selected. That is, from these 7 now we will select only 4 because 1 has already been taken, right? Now number of arrangements will be, out of this person has to be selected, so 1C1 into, out of 7 we are selecting 4, 7C4. Now see this 4 and this one, 5 persons has just selected it till now, but also we have to arrange these 5 persons in a line which can be done in 5 factorial ways, right? So this is just the selection. Now we will also multiply it with 5 factorial because we have to tell the number of arrangements. Question number 13th is there are 10 lamps in a hall. Each one of them can be switched on independently. That is, if I switch on or switch off any one lamp, there will be no effect of it on the other lamps, right? Find the number of ways in which the hall can be illuminated. That is, there is no darkness in the hall. There is some light, which means that the hall is illuminated, right? Now we have 10 lamps. Because each lamp can be switched on or switched off independently, for the first lamp I have two options. I can either switch it off or switch it on, right? Similarly for the second lamp, either switch on or switch off, two options. For third lamp also and for the 10th lamp also. That is, total options which I have is 2 raised to the power 10. Multiplying these two 10 times, right? Now these are the total cases. Out of these cases, there is one case where I will select all the lamps as switched off, right? In these cases, there is one case when all the lamps are switched off, and when I select this case, in that case hall can't be illuminated because all the lamps are switched off. Therefore, to find the number of ways in which hall can be illuminated is, out of the total options, subtract this one case when all the lamps are switched off, because in that case hall can't be illuminated. So number of ways will be this. Now question number 16th is find the number of integers greater than 7000 that can be formed with the digits 3, 5, 7, 8, 9 where no digits are repeated. We can't repeat the digits. Digits given are 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. We have to make number greater than 7000. Now see, because they have not given if we have to make 4-digit number, 5-digit number, therefore we will have to make the numbers which are greater than 7000. So there are 4-digit numbers which we will find which are greater than 7000. and because these are 5 digits, so if we use all of these 5 digits, then we can make a 5 digit numbers, and 5 digit numbers, all 5 digit numbers will be greater than 7000, right? So first of all we will find 4 digit number which are greater than 7000, then we will find 5 digit number which can be formed from these digits, because all of those numbers will be greater than 7000, right? Add both of the results, you'll get the total answer. So first of all we will find 4 digit number greater than 7000. Now for the first place, the number if it will be greater than 7000, the digits can be 7, 8 or 9, so 3 options, right? Because digits can't repeated, in total we are given with these 5 digits. One has been used here. For the second place now we have 4 options, then for the third place 3 options, and for the fourth place 2 options. So the number of ways that 4 digit numbers can be made greater than 7000 are 3 into 4 into 3 into 2, that is 72. Now 5 digit number that can be formed from the given digits are, for the first place I have 5 options, I can use any of the digit 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, right? Now because digits can't repeat, for the second place I have 4 options, then for the third place 3 options, then 2 options, then 1 option, that is 120 options, right? So the total number greater than 7000 that can be formed from these digits are 72 plus 120, that is 192. Clear? In question number 17th, if 20 lines are drawn in a plane such that no 2 of them are parallel and no 3 are concurrent, in how many points will they intersect each other? Now see, there are 20 lines. No 2 of them are parallel, which means all of the lines intersect with each other. Also, if you will take any 2 lines, then they will give you unique intersection. Why? Because it is given that no 3 are concurrent, which means no 3 are intersecting at the same point, right? That is, suppose these are the 3 lines A, B and C. If they are intersecting at this point, at the same point, then we say that these 3 lines are concurrent. Now in the question it is given that the 3 lines are not concurrent. That is, if I take A and B, they will give the intersection, they will give me one intersection, and if I take now A and C, they will give me the another point of intersection, because no 3 are concurrent. And that is why if I take any 2 lines out of 20, they will give me a unique point of intersection. Now they have asked how many number of intersections will be there. So out of 20, we just have to select 2 lines, which can be done in 20 C 2 ways. Therefore, there will be 190 intersections, right? Now in question number 18th, in a certain city, all telephone numbers have 6 digits. The first 2 digits always being 41 or 42 or 46 or 62 or 64. How many telephone numbers have all 6 digits distinct? First of all, digits are not given to us. Therefore, we will consider all the digits from 0 to 9. Right? Now, the first 2 digits are always either it should be 41, 42, 46, 62 or 64. We have to make 6 digit telephone number and no digit should repeat. It is given in the question. Now see, for the first 2 digits, it is given in the question only. Either it can be this or this or this or 62 or 64. That is, we have for the first 2 digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Right? Now because digits can't repeat, suppose if I select this case 4, 1. So out of 10 digits, 2 digits are used. So I am left with 8 digits, right? If I choose this case, 4, 2, then also out of 10, 2 digits has been used. Again, we are left with the 8 options for the third place. If I choose this case, then also 2 digits have been used. So 8 options left, right? Similarly for these 2 also. So for all of these 5 options, for the third place, I have 8 options. Then for the fourth place 7 options, then 6 options, then for the sixth place 5 options. So number of 6 digit telephone numbers that can be formed are 5 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, that is 8400. Clear? Now in question number 20th, a convex polygon has 44 diagonals. Find the number of its sides. Now see very careful. They have given us the 44 diagonals. We have to tell how many sides that polygon has. So let the number of sides be n. Now see, suppose if I have this rectangle, then you can see the number of sides of the rectangles are 4, right? First, second, third, fourth. There are 4 sides of the rectangle. Then you can see the number of vertices are also 4. A, B, C, D. There are 4 vertices, right? See in this rectangle has, this triangle has 3 sides. So the number of vertices which you can see are also 3, right? That is, in a convex polygon, if you have n sides, then number of vertices is also n. So now we have number of sides as n. So number of vertices of this given convex polygon will be n, right? Now if I join any 2 vertices, now we know that this convex polygon has n vertices. Now if I join any 2 vertices, suppose in the case of this rectangle, if I join any 2 vertices, suppose I join these 2, then it will give me side, and if I join these 2, then it will give me a diagonal, right? That is, whenever I join any 2 points from the vertices, either it will give you the side or it will give you the diagonal, right? Now number of diagonals will be, if I subtract from the total cases, if I subtract the number of sides, then I will get the number of diagonals. Now there are n vertices. I will get a line if I join any 2 points, right, which can be done in NC 2 ways. Now these includes all the lines, that is sides also and diagonal also. Now in the convex polygon there are n sides. So from the total lines which I will get, I am subtracting this n, that is the number of sides. So the left are number of diagonals only, which is given as equal to 44. Now solve this to get the value of n. When you will solve it NC2, it will be n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial, right? Which you will get as n into n minus 1 upon 2. Taking LCM, you will get n into n minus 1 minus 2n equal to 88. And when you will solve this complete, you will get the value of n as 11 and minus 8. But number of sides cannot be negative, right? Therefore, n must be 11. Now your homework is you have to do question 21 to 25th and also read examples of chapter 7th from the book Exemplar. Okay, thank you.